What beautiful weather. What beautiful weather. Hey guys, Scott Sparks from the Eagle in Houston, Texas at Cap Maison. And it was just a couple hours ago. I'm laying at the pool, enjoying myself, and they said it's time to get to work. I couldn't think of a better way to get to work than beautiful Isler, who's in charge of all the great weddings and special events here. And speaking of weddings, how often do we have weddings here?
Oh, the weddings, the inquiries are coming. They're flooding my inbox. People are getting excited about Cap Maison.
So it's easy when somebody does reach out to you guys and ask about special events and packages, correct?
Oh yes, definitely. We have a wonderful package for just two people in love in a beautiful paradise of St Lucia. Those packages include everything for a bride and groom. It covers the photographer, the cake, it covers the celebrant or the officiant, it covers everything.
And of course this beautiful view. Now I heard the term buyout. What does that mean? Do you guys do a buyout?
Oh, we certainly do, Scott. Persons can actually come and buy out the entire resort. It's a very intimate resort, 49 rooms we have over here. You can get rooms with plunge pools and rooftop terraces. It's beautiful, beautiful resort. So an entire family can come with friends and buy out the entire resort.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
Oh,
As the
yes.
backdrop behind you, your beauty, is only outshone by the beauty of, my goodness, St Lucia. And this is where most of the weddings happen. Are there other options on the property to have a ceremony?
Oh yes, definitely. So at the back of me, you can see the gazebo. That's one of our beautiful locations, and of course, you can see the ocean, and that's really beautiful. A beautiful backdrop to have for a wedding ceremony. We also have Rock Maison, where it's a rock that protrudes out in the water, but it is connected to the main, and you can get just absolutely gorgeous golden sunsets as you get married.
Oh, that sounds like a little bit of paradise. But now, we're talking about all the beauty and all the fun, but what are the legal requirements when somebody decides to have a destination wedding?
Okay, well, there are the legal requirements attached. You have to have a valid passport, you have to have a birth certificate, a deed of poll if names have been changed, stuff like that. If you're a widow or widower, we would need some form of death certificate. Those are some of the legal requirements.
But
that
of
we
course,
would need. Yeah.
of course, you guys are there every step of the way to answer any of those kind of questions.
Definitely, we are.
Now, we see a few chairs that are set out here, and we now know there's at least 3 different locations. How many people can attend a wedding?
Well, we can host about up to 120 persons. That's the max that our main restaurant, the Cliff at Cap restaurant, can contain.
I understand that we have a couple that renewed their vows just the other day here. Robin and David, come on in. We've got a few questions for you as well. Kind of a special time to renew one's vows.
Hi, David.
So why did y'all choose to renew those vows here?
Well, I think you said it a couple times before. The beauty of this place is just absolutely fantastic, and ultimately we just decided to come here, and the staff and Isla just took care of everything for us.
So obviously the stay has been perfect as it is, but when you discovered the location, did y'all know about it beforehand, or was it under recommendation from friends that this would be the idyllic place?
Actually, no. We had looked at a number of different locations, and ultimately we were somewhat unfamiliar with this location prior to, and it turned out to be much better than we could have even envisioned.
You keep saying we, so did we both agree that this would be the location, or was it a little bit of a surprise? And
he did the research, and then he showed me a couple of options, and I completely fell in love with the view. And the property is just magnificent.
When we say renewal, oftentimes people do it for special reasons, different times of years, occasion. How long were y'all married before this renewal?
We've been asked that a couple times.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we've called it a renewal, but the fact of the matter is that we had actually 2 ceremonies. And so we were actually married with our teenage children back in the States, and then came here and did our own ceremony, which is the 2 of us.
So this would be the peaceful ceremony.
Exactly.
Indeed.
Exactly.
The more relaxing ceremony. Has it been everything that you thought it would be?
More. Absolutely more. The big reason that I wanted to go away to a beautiful destination wedding is because I didn't want to plan anything. And I put out a couple of emails to Isla, and I told her a little bit of what I wanted. And it wasn't even, 2 emails? And she planned the entire thing, and it was spectacular. Could not have been more perfect.
So in other words, you could actually live your life. You have an idea and a dream, and you pass it off, and you can take care of business and come down and enjoy. I did notice that y'all had dinner in a very special place the other night.
Yes. Yes, she mentioned it earlier.
It's the same place where you had your wedding as well.
Yes, we actually had the service there at sunset, and then about an hour and a half later, we were at the Rock and had just a wonderful, wonderful dinner evening underneath the moonlight.
And that is, of course, where we're talking about is it kind of jetties out over the water and Rock Maison. And then the way the food is brought down, I thought was fabulous. And to be honest, I first saw it and wondered, how are they going to get everything down there?
Yes.
Well, there's a big basket, and it is pulleyed down. However, we had an amazing server, Jonathan, who took great care of us. And I've got to say, everything is not pulled down. So he was up and down on the stairs. He got his workout in. But we had a beautiful sunset, and the roar of the water crashing in. It was just perfect.
The idea that with Jonathan down there and making it special, obviously the day, like all weddings, whether renewal or not, went by so quickly, I'm assuming. And it's just a blink of an eye. And I would have to think that I'm sure smiles greeted you every step of the way when you entered the property.
Absolutely. To be honest with you, since the moment we arrived here, it's just been fantastic. The staff is just unbelievably friendly, helpful. As Robin had mentioned, we didn't really have any needs that weren't taken care of immediately, and it was just a wonderful, wonderful week.
The beautiful thing about the property is it tends to be a little bit smaller as far as resorts go. 50 rooms, Isla was describing.
Yes.
How's your villa? Is it what you expect? A little bit of heaven?
It's beyond what we expected. As you notice, we're right above the sea here, so we can see down into the cove where the Naked FIsherman is, the restaurant, and it's just absolutely wonderful with a rooftop pool, just absolutely fabulous.
So the toughest decision of the day is to actually where to spend the day, whether your pool, the pool out front, or the side pool, just choices everywhere.
Yes.
Biggest decision, are we going to paddleboard, are we going to kayak, are we going to lunch here or lunch there?
Yeah, food is not for the want to here.
No.
Speaking of which, it has been delicious every step of the way.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Award-winning chef does not hurt above ground, I tell you.
Definitely not.
When you do leave, and unfortunately all good things do come to an end and we have to say goodbye, obviously you're going to make plans to return. And what will you take from this trip home with you?
Well, hopefully another reservation, because he said that I could come back on our honeymoon.
On our honeymoon. On our anniversary, you mean.
Yeah. Oh, honeymoon, yes, anniversary.
We're on our honeymoon. We've already made plans to return next year. Again, love the island. This property is just absolutely amazing. And so we actually even contemplated this morning, maybe we should stay a couple more days.
Why not? And I'm sure management would agree. I think it's great. One final question before we depart. Where's home? That's the one thing I forgot to ask of you. Where do y'all call home?
Tampa, Florida.
Tampa, Florida. Robin and David, thank you so much.